Hello, you guys. How are you all? Thank you guys for being here. Hey, Pops and Sass. Hey, Destin. Hey, Butterfly Kisses. Hey, Donna. Hey, Hippie Chick. Black Eagle. Let me turn that on silent, you guys.
Give me 1 second.
Okay. I was listening to TT. I didn't mean to play that. Hey, Wolfie. Hey, Rena. Saw the title, and yes, this pissed me off. I beg to get my son back every day, and here you have idiots killing their poor babies. What the F is wrong with people? I know. I am so sorry, Rena. I know. I cannot imagine how you must feel because, yeah, even for me, for us, normal people who haven't experienced what you've experienced, not normal people, you know what I mean. It's infuriating. So I can only imagine. And for people who can't have kids, there are so many people who would love to take in these babies and would give them the world. It's just infuriating. Okay. Hey, Crafty Chris. Hey, Tony. Hey, Hippie Chick. Adrian. I forgot who I'd said hi to now because I kind of stopped. Butterfly Kisses. MT's Apple Bottom Jeans. Black Swan. Good to see you. Let's see. Donna, Emily, Lynn. Cool Gamer Trio Girl Mom, Belinda, East Texas Chick, Nike, Lil Red Riding Hood, Rebecca, Cricket Birdette, hello. I was thinking, do I know you? Because your the picture looked familiar. Hey, Music City Mom, Crime Watch Lover. So Donna, it is going to be heavy, but we're going to go through several stories today. We're kind of just going through the headlines of what's been happening, the cases that really haven't been talked about a lot. Oh, woofy. I got it at Target in the men's section. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, Rachel. Aw, I hope you guys have a good time. Hey, Sunshine Girl, Mary Jane Doe, good to see you. Hey, Kathy, Meta Mom. JC, good to see you, Mama 4, Crime Watch Lover. Okay, let me go ahead and pull up Crime Online because that's what we're going to do. We're going to just hang out for about an hour and go through some of the recent headlines, some cases that really haven't gotten a ton of attention. So True Crime News is a series. If you've never watched it, it is something I like to do over here once or twice a week where we just talk about, like, sometimes we will cover a case that's popular with an update or something like that in the series. But for the most part, it is cases that really aren't getting talked about enough and haven't been seen enough, and that should. They definitely should. Oh, thank you, Aaron. Allie in the snowstorm, yes. Hey, Rock. Hey, Blue. Okay, so let me go ahead and pull up Crime Online because that's where we're going to go today. Sometimes I'll pull from different places. Sometimes we'll just go through. Crime Online is a website that was created by Nancy Grace. And it's a really great place to kind of keep up with everything. You will see updates on big cases, but you'll also see a lot that is just nowhere else. It's similar. I want to do a website or a blog like this so bad, but I have like a slightly different format that I want to use, but a place where I can write like short articles and link other articles from other places about current cases and current events. And I think I'm going to work on that like as a New Year's resolution or something. 29 months. Holy moly, Woofy. Oh, you guys, so Christine has been working on some Christmas graphics for me. Let me show you guys these really quick first. And until it's time for Christmas, and I'm kind of working out what I'm going to do or exactly how I'm going to do it, but they are just so cute. I got to show you. There's one that we aren't going to use, but okay. So this was actually Wolfie's idea. It's a gingerbread house with the crime scene tape. Oh, look, it says Gingerbread City Police. I didn't even notice that till I pulled it up on the computer. Christine made these, and she does an excellent job. Love and adore her. If you are out there looking for somebody to do graphics, intros, something like that, you should definitely check it out. I'm supposed to put it in the Nightbot. But we have our gingerbread house. Oh, I feel summoned. Christine, will you link your website? Sorry. It's so cute. What a good job. I love the Gingerbread City. Okay, then we have this one, All I Want for because with Woofy in it. And then there was another one that didn't turn out exactly perfect. At least Christine, I thought it was a little creepy, I will admit, but I would still have used it. It's really funny though, just because Letitia is on this like Twilight theme, and it just reminds me of like Bella and Jacob. Let me show you guys. With AI, that's me and Woofy and AI. Pretty funny and adorable. I love it. There is actually 4 gingerbread scenes. Yay. Oh my God, I can't wait. They're so cute. So thank you so much. I love them. Perfect. And you guys, yeah, check out our stuff if you're looking for that kind of work. Adorable. All right, so let me get over to Crime Online. I cannot wait to see the rest and to start Christmas. I think we're going to do like a 12 days, some kind of special. I'm still working it out. I was brainstorming today kind of like ideas and how I want to do it, but I definitely know I want to give back to you guys somehow, some way. So I want to try to like work that in. And also, of course, it will be true crime, but that's just that. Okay. I'm Woofy, not Jacob. I know. I'm just saying that picture, it kind of gives Jacob vibes. It's hilarious. Hey, Leslie. Well, it wasn't scheduled long before. I just decided I had a little spot, Melissa's live at 6:30. We have the calls on Jen's channel at 8, and I wanted to try to get some other current events in. We have some other Letitia stuff I'm working on too, like some family tree stuff, but I know. I'm glad you guys like them. I love them too. And if you have any ideas of what you want to do over here to celebrate Christmas, all of us together, please let me know. Because I'm definitely open for ideas. Thank you, Abellas. Thank you. Okay. And it really pulled it out of the hat. She made that reference, not me. Okay. All right. So we're going to get into Crime Online. I don't know if you guys had seen this story. We can get into it later. News Nation was covering it last night, though. So it's a little more known. You might have heard of it. I clicked on accident. Well, actually, let me just start with this. So on other holidays, like if you go back into the history of my channel, you will see that I have kind of covered like different crimes that have happened on Christmas or Halloween or whatever. And this is one that happened just this Thanksgiving. Woofy laughed so much at the first one. And then, the second one, I love it so much. Hey, Judy. They really are destined. I love and appreciate you guys so much. I really do. You guys are my friends at this point. Hey, Shaker Maker. Okay. Let me see if I can get the ad off. All right. So Omaha police say a 10-year-old boy is dead, allegedly shot by his own father on Thanksgiving in what may have been a case of mistaken identity. According to the Omaha Police Department, police responded to a home, 1112 North 31st Avenue in Omaha on Wednesday night and found the child. So it was actually Thanksgiving Eve, identified as Kendrick McDonald, unresponsive with a gunshot wound. First responders took him to Nebraska Medicine, where he was pronounced dead. Police subsequently arrested Kendrick's father, Will McDonald, 47, for criminal homicide and possession of a firearm by a prohibited person. KETV reports that investigators believe McDonald shot his son after mistaking him for someone trying to break into his vehicle. We're going to go look at that local news, but oh my God. Cannot imagine. Tragic. In one word, it's extremely tragic. He was taken into custody and booked for criminal homicide, use of a weapon to commit a felony, and a possession of a firearm by a prohibited person, said Jeremy Christensen, police captain, Omaha police captain. Several people were inside the home when the incident happened, Christensen said, and all of them were questioned. The investigation is ongoing at this time. The Omaha Police Department offers its deepest condolences to Kendrick's family for their loss. Omaha PD said in a statement further updates will be provided by the OPD Public Information Office. Meanwhile, a GoFundMe has been set up, and we're going to look at that as well. But okay, so first of all, I cannot imagine, because if this truly was an accident, I mean, look, you guys know, I don't have to tell you, when you have experienced loss in your life, especially someone who was like an integral part of your family, a parent, a grandparent, a child, even a cousin, a sister, a brother, aunts, people that are always there, like during the holidays that you celebrate with. And then now this holiday comes and they're no longer there. It's just incredibly difficult. We've been talking about that some on here. And, yeah, I don't know. It makes it incredibly difficult. But also, why do you shoot I feel like you shoot somebody when they're coming at you to attack you, but when they're just trying to break into your car, I just don't understand that. But maybe, I don't know. And I come from, country place where people love their guns and everybody's armed. And I just think it's really important to be safe with that kind of stuff. And I don't think that enough safety precautions are taken. I can't tell you how many times on True Crime News we've covered a child accidentally shooting a sibling or something like that. It's happened time and time again, accidentally shooting themselves. It's horrific. So let's see. Let's just play this video, see what we can grab out of it. I'll pause along the way, of course, but...
Get the items you want this holiday with Acima Leasing. Acima Leasing makes it possible to shop at thousands of retailers with instant approval up to $5,000 in furniture, jewelry, electronics, tires, and so much more, without using credit and convenient flexible payments scheduled with your payday. Today with Acima Leasing.
Police call this case tragic. They say this man shot and killed his 10-year-old boy late last night. They believe Will McDonald opened fire because he thought someone was breaking into a car. KETV Newswatch 7 Sarah Feely reports.
Tragic. In one word, it's extremely tragic.
Omaha police rushed to a home near 31st and Myrtle in North Omaha on a call of a shooting.
Unfortunately, when they arrived on scene, they located a 10-year-old boy who was later identified as Kendrick McDonald, suffering from a gunshot wound.
So I believe this is the man who's referenced in the article we just read, the police captain of Omaha Police.
They take an unlikely suspect to jail.
Kendrick's father was taken into custody. His name is Will McDonald. He is 47 years of age.
Police believe Will McDonald gunned down his own son just outside their home. He faces several charges.
He was taken into custody and booked for criminal homicide, use of a weapon to commit a felony, and possession of a firearm by a prohibited person.
Detectives are trying to piece together what led to...
I would really like to look at the exactly what criminal homicide entails.
A family losing 2 people in one night.
It appears that at the scene there was a car alarm going off. We don't really know exactly what transpired at this point.
Police believe Will McDonald thought there may have been a car theft happening. A father in jail for allegedly murdering his son on Thanksgiving night.
Anytime anyone's killed is extremely tragic, but this is heartbreaking.
Sarah.
It absolutely is. Let me just say for a second, Little Red Riding Hood, I am so sorry. And to anybody else who has to experience that, I am so sorry. There's almost not words for it. Like just a minute ago when Rena came in and made that comment, it kind of tripped over my words because there are not words for the heartbreak and just how sorry that I am for you guys. And there's no... Also, when you're dealing with loss, there just are no words that make it right or make it okay. It's really hard to find them. And there's nothing that anyone can say to you either that's going to, I don't know. I feel like most times people try to say things to make you feel better and it makes you feel worse. And then Leslie says, feed homeless, give presents to kids who wouldn't get any, maybe send something to a veterans home or old folks home because they are often forgotten during holidays or no longer have family. Okay, so see, I think we should do something like this during our 12 days. I'm waiting for MetaMom's wish list so that I can share that with you guys. And I don't know. I didn't get paid this month. If I would have, I wanted to do something really big and special for Christmas. I still want to try to make something happen. And I think that I'll be able to pull some things together, but unfortunately not like I was planning. So, but we'll make it work however we have to, and get through it. So let me see. Was telling us about this. Muscles, true crime, works with the mother. Oh my God. My son passed 8/12/06. Every holiday is. Oh, I'm so sorry, Judy. I hope you got all of you guys. My love and heart goes out to you. We have many guns in Canada too, but we have a different mentality about them. I don't know one person who has a gun. I live in a city of 340,000 people, and we haven't had a death by gun in years. Hey, Queen Von Shea Tarot. You can hear in a mother's cry when a child dies, no matter what language. I think that's awesome, Lil Red. I really do. This time of year sucks, Nike says. Yes, Karen, they're on Jin Lou's channel, and here, I'll link it right now. The link that's about to drop is where the calls are. Okay, we're going to continue because I saw a few more that I want us to talk about. Something I'm really surprised haven't got more attention, like this one right here. So hold on just a second. Okay, you guys, I apologize. Yay, awesome, Meta Mom. Please finish it so people have some time to get them to you. We have shootings every day where I live in Canada. Wow, Tony. That's kind of interesting. Okay, so this one I'm surprised hasn't got more attention. Now, I haven't looked into it deeply. I just looked, before when I was planning the live to kind of see what we were going to talk about. Family finds missing man's body in well after authorities claimed he wouldn't fit. A body found in a well on Saturday reportedly is a Massachusetts man who vanished in September. Keith McKechnie, 45, had left his home in Avon on September 7th. McKechnie's brother and cousin said a relative recently used a GoPro camera to search a well on the property, leading him to spot something that made him call 911, according to WBTS. Avon police said they previously searched the well for him, and however, the fire department and other agencies ended up removing his body from that well following Saturday's 911 call. We felt something nefarious happened because Keith didn't have his wallet, cell phone, or his glasses. The glasses were found by the well on the ground. We were told that they had determined due to the size of the well and Keith's build that he wouldn't fit, his cousin told the local news. After his disappearance, McKechnie's family said he had undisclosed health issues that made him not want to be approached. The Boston Herald reported that he was known to walk around the neighborhood. There was no evidence of trauma on his body, and his death remains under investigation as autopsy is still pending. So here's the local news article on this. Body of Avon man missing for 2 months found in well. That is so sad. Look, he's wearing some hemp and a tie-dye. He's my kind of man. He looks like a hippie. Got the John Lennon glasses on. Let's see. Avon police and fire department said Keith left his home on East High Street on September 7th. Authorities were informed he was known to walk the neighborhood. Norfolk District Attorney Michael Morrissey thanked the Avon and state police forces along with the fire department and aid from other areas in removing Keith's body from the well. Our thoughts are very much with the family right now, he said on Saturday evening. This is a very sad result. His family informed authorities he had a history of health challenges and was potentially resistant to being approached. An autopsy will be conducted in the coming days, officials said, though no obvious signs of trauma were observed. Prior to the body being retrieved on Saturday, police said search efforts were focused on the well that had been previously searched before. Officials told the Herald the death remains under investigation. So that is very interesting. I'm telling you right now, I'd be mad. I would be raising all kinds of hell. Oh man, I forgot to get the GoFundMe link for that first case. I'll go get it afterward, like before we leave. Hey, Johnny. Heartbreaking news every day. Preschool granny, that's the truth. And for some reason, like even like, I don't know, we get focused on one case, and I do it too. I mean, we all do. Like we get more invested into some cases than others, right? And because of that, like there are so many that never get talked about. It's okay to be invested in some cases more than others, but I think that we should also try to make an effort to keep up with other things. All right. Let's keep going down Crime Online and see what else we're going to get into. I know there was a couple more that I saw that I wanted to talk to you guys about. So Nancy Grace has a podcast out about Susan Smith and her multiple lovers. Okay, we're going to talk about this here. I hadn't seen that yet though, but let me just do a scroll to see what, just so I have an idea of where the other one is. Streaker strips on Disneyland ride and wanders through the sprays. Weird crime. A 26-year-old man stripped naked and wandered through the ride. She said she was drinking after horrific injury in care of nanny. That's one, but there is another one. Okay, this was the other one I want to talk about. We'll go here first since it's further down and then make our way back up to the other ones. There's one of a nanny situation. Nothing is more infuriating. Well, I won't say nothing, but it is pretty infuriating when we see these cases of something happen at a daycare or a babysitter. It's like you are trusted with everything. Somebody's baby is their world. That is their most valuable, not possession, but, the most valuable thing in their life. You need to take it seriously, and it just... Hey, Search and Rescue. Good to see you. Hey, Cutie Pie. Hey, Renee. Renee says the fact that someone would shoot someone attempting to steal a car is crazy to start with. Thankfully, not many guns here in Australia. I know it's getting warm in Australia now. I think once we get invested in a case, we stay focused, seeking a resolution. I do too, and it's unfortunate because oftentimes there isn't one. Hey, Curious Jen. The one case we're invested in the most is such a twisted situation we can't just make any sense out of. Any other details? I know. Like I wanted to do a live tonight, and we'll do it in the next coming days, like going over some things revolving around that case. It's hard because I don't know. It's hard to take your attention off of it if you're really truly interested and you can't get to the bottom of something. You just keep trying. Hey, K-Braze. Hey, Shakes Her Fist. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to see you. Hey, Nana Banana. Hey, Crazy Mama. I've not seen you in forever. Shakes Her Fist. Aw. Wow, I love you guys. There's so many awesome people in this chat. I just cannot get over it. Okay. California mom arrested at shopping center for murder of 9-year-old daughter. The mother of a 9-year-old girl found dead in her home on Friday has been arrested for the girl's murder. Westminster, California police said Khadijah Pendergraft, 32, was taken into custody 20 miles away at a shopping center. KNBC reported. A family member called police shortly before noon on Friday for a welfare check. Officers forced their way into the home and found the girl with obvious signs of trauma, according to KTLA. No one else was home at the time. Investigators didn't say how they located Pendergraft or why she was at the shopping center. She has been charged with murder and booked into Orange County Jail. While police officers are exposed to tragedies on a daily basis, this murder is particularly disturbing due to the senseless loss of a child allegedly at the hands of her own mother. The Westminster Chief of Police, Darren Lanier, said the members of the WPD grieve with the victim's family and send our deepest condolences. We're going to go look at their local news. They don't have it linked, so I just have to go grab it really quickly. Let me see. Thank you guys for being here, though. I always appreciate you being here, but even more when it's, just stuff like this, because, yeah, you guys get it. Sorry. I'm trying to get that KTLA article if I can. I'm going to look at a couple local news articles because I can't find the KTLA. Here we go. This one seems to have a little bit more information. Usually they're linked with a hyperlink, so it's a little frustrating. Hey, DKK. Hey, Lucia. Come on now. This one's loaded first, so we'll go to this one first. This is Los Angeles Times. A Westminster woman was arrested Friday. Officers were called to the home in the 14100 block of Golden West Street shortly after noon. The officers forced themselves in. Pentagraph was booked into the county jail on suspicion of murder. There are no additional suspects, and the incident appears to be isolated. That is nothing new. Let's see this. I feel like this one had the mother arrested for murder. Ooh, okay. So this says it was the reason they did the welfare check. They received a tip from a concerned family member. Wow, yeah, that one didn't have it either. I'm sorry, you guys. I wanted us to get more information, and I thought one had more like details on time. Mrs. M. Okay. 9-year-old found dead in her home. California cops say mom arrested while shopping. One of the girl's family members was worried and called police on November 24th, according to a November 25th news release by the police department. I like to see that. Police didn't specify the girl's cause of death. There wasn't anyone else inside the home. Detectives took over the investigation and named the girl's mother, Khadijah Pendergraph, a person of interest. McClatchy News reached out to the police department on the 27th, and they gave no more information. This town is about 30 minutes southeast of Los Angeles. Mom is booked on a murder charge. We're going to try to keep up with this because I want to know more, and I know that there's probably more out there now that we could go over, but I want to get into a couple other cases like the nanny. First, though, I want to talk about this Amber Alert, which I don't know if there's any updates, so I just want to make sure at the bottom. Okay. So an Amber Alert has been issued for a Washington girl who could be with an adult male. So it's 14-year-old Emma Ludhall. She was last seen in the Pasco area at 3 p.m. on November 24th. She's believed to be with a 35-year-old man identified as Perez Osorio. The pair could be traveling in a 2006 blue four-door Honda Civic with Oregon plate CKO 5169. Even, if you're anywhere near, even the surrounding states, just try to take a second and get that in your brain. A blue Honda Civic with Oregon tags, because you never know. You just truly never know. They do have the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children's post embedded in here. Emma is described as a white female. She's 5'1", brown eyes, brown hair. She was last seen in a black skirt, black boots, white leggings, and a dark brown sweatshirt. Perez Osorio is 5'7" and weighs only 115 pounds. He's a little guy. He has black hair, brown eyes, and was last seen in a white sweatshirt with blue letters CA and black pants. Anyone with information is urged to call 911. They do reference the case number, but I'll just say call 911 because that's the first thing that they have on here. Wait, let me. I want to go back just for a second and put her face up on the screen for just a minute so everybody can see. You never know. There's people from all over the world in here. Oh, wow, cray. I just heard about it. Never got an Amber Alert. I live 10 minutes from Pasco. Oh, my gosh. See? Oh, my gosh. That is just crazy. Every time that we, like, oftentimes, not every time when we talk about one of these cases, one of you guys is like from the area or near enough. Hey, Amber Lou. Okay. Very, very pretty girl. Miss Nana. All right. Now, I want to talk about this next one in particular. The Disneyland ride still makes me laugh. Okay. Now, these stories will probably, like in the title, it says may induce rage. That's there for a reason because it's true. Like sometimes these stories will get us all so pissed off we can't even stand it. And it's just the unfortunate facts about where we're at right now as society. Oh, thank you, Christine G. That was awesome of you. Thank you so much. Hey, Jennifer M. Hey, Riddler. Okay, so Colorado caregiver arrested for severely abusing toddler boy. My God, I don't know how I would stay out of jail if somebody hurt my child like this. Like, even for this child, I want to like commit violent crimes. Oh, it just infuriates me. Look at that baby. A Colorado woman has been arrested for allegedly abusing a 2-year-old boy so badly part of his skull had to be removed to stop the bleeding on the brain. McKinley Sloan Hernandez, 25, was arrested Thursday after a warrant was issued for her arrest a day earlier. We'll go look at that report in a second. Family members wrote in a GoFundMe that Giovanni Reichert was life-flighted to a children's hospital on September 1st after he was, quote, harmed by the hands of a trusted caregiver, unquote, and underwent emergency surgery. And in the most recent update on Thursday, the family wrote that it was a, quote, rough Thanksgiving, unquote, after another surgery on Wednesday was, quote, uncomfortable and in pain, unquote, on the holiday. The boy's mother, Stephanie Reichert, told KUSA she was concerned about the impact of Giovanni's injuries on his recovery. He doesn't like strangers, she said. Now he doesn't like the nurses and the doctors. He doesn't let anybody touch him. We have to do everything for him in there. According to KDVR, the case file has been sealed, so very little information is available. Reichert told the station that Hernandez, quote, won't admit to anything, unquote. All she said is she was drinking and he got hurt in her care, the mom said. So mom says that this nanny was watching the boy overnight on September 1st. I received a text message from the suspect saying I needed to rush to St. Anthony's Hospital because my son had gone lifeless after a bath, said mom. Once I saw him and all the 50 doctors standing around him, I had to leave the room because it was the worst thing I have ever seen in my life. She's on a $100,000 bond. She don't deserve a bond. But let's go look at some of these, the GoFundMe and some of the local news. Unbelievable. Thank God he survived. Let's hope that he does, though. You know, you never know. Little Red Riding Hood, I guess, you know, they had gotten a babysitter for this particular, whatever they were up to that day. Hey, teacup. I don't know. I do not know. I don't understand it. Okay, so no thanks. Hopefully we'll get her photo here, but we'll let it load. So McKinley Sloan Hernandez, 25, was taken into custody on suspicion of child abuse, cruelty toward a child on Thursday after a warrant was issued for her arrest on Wednesday. Mom says, you never would think it would happen to you, especially by someone who you consider a friend. Mom said her son Giovanni had to have part of his skull removed because of bleeding on his brain. His family has spent weeks in the hospital and are now back at Children's Hospital for another.
At age 2, little Giovanni was like any toddler, full of life and energy.
Look at him. Oh my God. He's so precious. Oh my God Almighty. It is scary AF out there. You ain't lying.
At age 2, little Giovanni was like any toddler, full of life and energy until one day in September, Giovanni ended up in a place where no toddler should be.
This is a picture of Giovanni yesterday with swelling and brain. He is doing better.
Oh, you guys, it's just enraging. Oh, Riddler, thank you. Hey, Neat Noodle. Oh my God, oh my God, it makes me so mad. Bentley has never stayed overnight with somebody. The only person who's ever babysat him was my mom. Or, well, he stayed with like my cousin Summer, who recently passed, for me to go to the doctor for an hour or something like that. And he stayed with my mom for a couple hours, never overnight. I don't want babysitters. I want my kids with me. But also I understand why people need them. You know, you got to work. Sometimes you got to do stuff that kids just can't be there for. And, you know, that's just that. Hey, Wilby. Hey, Kim. Okay.
We're working on the fluid on that side.
His mother, Stephanie Riker, spoke to us just outside of Children's Hospital. Doctors here had to remove part of Giovanni's skull because of bleeding on the brain. After weeks in the hospital, he's back for another surgery.
You never would think it would happen to you, especially by someone you considered a friend.
That friend is
I say that all the time to you guys. I don't mean to keep pausing, but you know, even if you think about car accidents, cancer, sudden death, you never expect it. You never see it coming. It doesn't matter how much you see it happen to other people. It is just something that smacks you upside the head. It just does. And I just think, I don't know.
McKinley Hernandez is now in jail.
Oh, wait, there's her mugshot. Oh my goodness. On Mom's cell phone. You evil hussy.
To face felony child abuse charges. She was babysitting Giovanni the day he went lifeless and had to be airlifted from Jefferson County to Children's Hospital.
He had bruises all over his body. He had a bite mark.
A bite mark? Oh my God Almighty.
He had a bite mark. He had slap marks.
It's loading. My internet just sucks tonight. Oh my God. Just email the packet. What is she talking about? Oh, email it to the parent meetings. I used to take my kids everywhere, and they stopped making me go to those annoying parent meetings. I don't know. He is beautiful. He is beautiful, Judy. I agree. Oh my gosh, I just cannot understand. It's sad, but I hear a lot of daycares are cover-ups for drugs also, because you wouldn't expect that to happen. That makes sense, you know, because you're not going to be like, oh, that's the drug hub of the neighborhood, the little tykes over there or whatever. A bite mark? Yeah, I know. Let's get a Little Red Riding Hood. I think this is one I'm going to definitely be very closely following. It enrages me. Maybe that is part of the reason why we are like attached to Letitia's case, is because it is so it's infuriating. Hey, Tracy. Ooh, Curious Jen. Let's put that in here. If you haven't tried May's Music Melts, I want to do I need to work on doing that. Ooh, that can be one of our things for Christmas. I'll give away a box of those because I've been wanting to do that anyway. Okay.
Now, as Giovanni recovers from a traumatic brain injury, his mother wants people to know their family story.
It's not going through my mind. I'm happy that I'm not honest about it, because a lot of people knew what had happened to him.
Looking back, she feels she may have missed signs of something going on.
Please just always make sure you know who's watching your kids, even if they're your friend or family member. If your child ever says anything, just don't.
If your child ever says anything, oh, wow.
Brush it to the side. Please follow what they're saying.
And while Giovanni is talking again, his mother worries about the lifelong impact of his injuries.
He doesn't like strangers now. He doesn't nurse.
Yeah, he probably has trust issues. Can you imagine what this would mentally do to a 2-year-old? I'm just so thankful he's alive. He's talking. I mean, that is excellent.
We have to do everything for them in there. So it's going to be really hard moving forward. You're going to have a lot of trust issues.
Trust issues. I agree. I could see that. Y'all, I just said that, but I might try to find out more information. Try to talk to mom. Maybe mom would like to come on and talk about it. I don't know. I need to think about it, but
A Thanksgiving spent in the hospital with heartache, but with gratitude, Giovanni is still alive.
Because people need to be warned about these things, and and also that woman deserves to have people's attention. She does. Unbelievable. I don't get it, you guys. I do not get it. Let's go look at the family's GoFundMe though really quickly before we go and look at anything else. He's 2, yeah. I need to order more. I'm down to 2 boxes. I know. I've got a little stash built up right now currently. But I love that. She comes out with new ones all the time. Yep, he's 2, Joy. I did daycare in my home. Oh, I don't want to read that. Because I didn't trust anyone with my babies. That's an idea too. Like you know, I think that at least in West Virginia where I used to live, if you were willing to do something like that and take in a few other kids, then the state would actually pay you. My best friend's daughter has 2 daycares. She has cameras everywhere allowed, and if anything happens, she invites the parents to. Oh my God, that is the way to do it. Emergency funds for baby Giovanni. Let me share this link with you guys in case you guys wanted to donate or anything like that. Let's see what they've reached past their goal, which is really great. I'm glad. So it looks like the story has gotten some attention. I hadn't seen it yet. Let's see. On Friday, September 1st, Giovanni was life-flighted to the Children's Hospital after being harmed by the hands of a trusted caregiver. He is suffering from a brain bleed requiring emergency surgery. The swelling to his brain has required removal of part of his skull to reduce pressure. He will remain intubated and sedated while his brain recovers. At this time, doctors are unsure what his recovery will look like. Prior to this, Giovanni was a happy, healthy, energetic 2-year-old. As you can imagine, his parents, Anthony and Stephanie, are completely distraught. And they have 9 updates. Let's go look at those. One today. Oh, they shared a picture. So today, well, we've waited, and unfortunately, they're trying to get Giovanni on the schedule for tomorrow to have a shunt placed. We tried everything we could to avoid it, but it has come to the point where he needs it as we all want to go home. What is that? A shunt. Hopefully, they can squeeze him in tomorrow and we'll be able to leave after 24 hours of antibiotics. It's another surgery. Nothing is serious, but still makes me nervous for him. I'm praying this fixes everything and we can be on our road to recovery. My poor baby doesn't need to be tortured or poked anymore. It's been a long week and we can't wait to go back home. Let's see if I can get this picture bigger. Oh my gosh. Whoa, what did I do? Oh my God almighty. What a beautiful child. Ooh, Belinda, I'm from West Virginia too. Drains fluid from the brain. Okay, Rebecca, thank you. Hey, Tess. Jennifer, me neither. Ooh, Christine, I used to do home daycare also. It was a blessing, and I had a webcam on during lunch every day. They could go on my blog and website and check in. See, I love that. That would be the only, like, if I had to do something like that. Sometimes you have to. You know? It's just what it is. I've heard of other, like, daycares now that have apps like that and stuff where you can go check on your child during the day. Hey, Brandy, Tess, I'm being antisocial because I'm eating yogurt, but I had to say the Christmas melts are everything. Tess. When my son was 1.5 years, we let my mother-in-law babysit. We picked up my son and brought him home. He had a horrible diaper rash. She ran out of wipes. Oh, no. Oh, I would be mad. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, washcloths, toilet paper, paper towel. I don't give a damn. T-shirt, sock. I don't care. Whatever you have to do. I didn't speak to her for almost a year. I don't blame you. I wouldn't have either. I bet it's pretty tough to get. Yeah. Back in 2010 when everyone had a blog. That's true, Christine. My daycare was a long time ago. I certainly didn't make much. Look at this precious baby. Like I said, thank God he's alive, but let me see if there's any other things we want to look at on the updates. How do I click this? Because there's no place to, oh, see older updates. We have that from today. November 24th, they had a rough Thanksgiving. Today he had a fever, was uncomfortable and in pain. He's pretty swollen. His right eye swollen shut. Oh my God almighty. This is just horrific. I might see if Mom wants to come on and talk about it, or I don't know what I can do to help, but this just is infuriating and it makes you want to do something. I'm going to let that load. Amy M. Hi. One of the most heartbreaking child abuse cases is that of Michael Ormond of Oshkosh, Wisconsin. No one, oh, I've not heard of that one, Amy. Oshkosh, Wisconsin, Michael Ormond. He's precious, Cheryl. Oh my God. I just, We have him there watching his little tablet, blood pressure cuff, all the stuff in his head. Oh, I cannot imagine how scary that would be, because when my kids get a cold or a stomach bug, I panic. Like, I can't help it. Well, I have like some issues from when Bentley was born. I had a really traumatic birth. That was 8 weeks early. I was very sick, almost died. And there wasn't a lot of signs leading up to that. So I guess I have like I don't know. I just worry about something like that happening again. I know that you can be like totally healthy and fine, and then the next thing you know, boom. Or look at my, what happened recently in my family. It's just scary. So I cannot imagine having to see my baby like this. And how do you control yourself to not do not want to retaliate or something, It just would be so hard. I didn't mean to go skip the picture. We're going to see her mugshot. Yeah. I live by Oshkosh. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Look at his head out swollen. Oh, my God almighty. It's just like hurts deep in your soul. I'm sorry, you guys. I know this is not an easy one. Please share. Wanted. McKinley Sloan Hernandez has an active felony warrant for child abuse, cruelty toward a child with a bond of $100,000. And this is what she looks like as soon as it loads. Is that recent, Amy M? It was from September. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we'll cover this and then I'll let you guys go. But I would like to take a look at it. Here's the one babysitting. Oh, I hope she gets a very long time in jail, because you know what? He could have died easily. Like, seriously. And you guys know that. We hear it all the time of kids that don't survive these kind of events. Here is the GoFundMe just one more time. Anybody's interested, or maybe you just want to keep up. Teacup, that's so true. Oh, Sarah, my son got his finger amputated at an in-home daycare. Oh, my internet's funky. It was a freak accident. He had his finger reconstructed. Horrible, but this I cannot imagine. Yeah, that is horrible. I mean, I can't imagine that. Much less. I'm so sorry. Okay, so let's talk about this case that you guys want to talk about. This happened since 2 months ago. Dad admits, I think we talked about this. We did talk about this on True Crime News. Dad admits to getting a runner's high from abusing his newborn. I think when we talked about it, there was not a lot of information out yet. So a Wisconsin father has been charged after telling police that his 2-month-old son crying triggers him and that he got a high from inflicting pain on his baby. Court documents show. The newborn has suffered significant injuries and remains hospitalized after being flown to Milwaukee Children's. Michael Ormond, yep, we did talk about this. He has 2 charges. One of intentionally cause great bodily harm, and second of intentionally cause harm, according to documents filed in Winnebago County Court. He made a court appearance Tuesday worth only $50,000. Wow. Wow. No, we don't want to look at that closer. Officers with the police department responded to a call from a hospital after the baby was brought there on the 7th with substantial bruising all over his body and a brain bleed. The entire retina had hemorrhages, too numerous to count, which is a pattern consistent with abusive head trauma, the affidavit states. The 2-month-old boy had just been released from the NICU shortly before the abuse. Michael admitted to having thoughts of hurting the baby, and since bringing him home from the hospital. Michael reported that the baby came home from the NICU. He would hurt him when he was alone with him. He told investigators he would pinch his son's toes when the baby was crying. It ultimately led to him squeezing the baby's legs, arms, neck, and face. He reportedly told investigators that the worst incident was September 7th, the day the baby was hospitalized. He said there were 2 bouts of abuse that day, according to documents. The first involved spanking the baby 3 times, and the second occurred later, when Ormond told police he squeezed the baby's legs, arm, and neck and mouth before shaking the boy and setting him down too hard. Oh my God almighty. Michael said he has anger issues, you think? And the baby's crying triggers him. He reported that when he hurts the baby, he gets something like a, quote, runner's high, unquote. Ormond told police that he also abused his 2 daughters the same way when they were infants. Saying to investigators that he only has issues with babies under the age of 9 months. Yeah, these details were not out when we saw the story. He went to court on the 21st. Oh my God. Now, some of the details were, but not about the daughters. Oh my God. Parents unremorseful after 4-month-old. Wait, what did I click on? I was trying to get the court documents. This is another child abuse case, though. Let me see when this even happened. How did I get to this? This happened August of this year. Parents unremorseful after 4-month-old starved to death. This was the hyperlink for the court documents. Not sure why it brought us here, but for some reason it did. So I'm going to look at it with you guys and then let you go because Melissa's on at 6:30 and I want to be there. A Louisiana couple was arrested after their 4-month-old daughter was found dead in their home, which the local sheriff described as in deplorable condition. An autopsy determined the infant girl suffered from starvation, malnutrition, dehydration, severe neglect, and child abuse, resulting in her death. The couple's 13-month-old son also showed signs of neglect and abuse. This is what I'm talking about, you guys, earlier when I was saying, those of you guys who have lost children, there's not even words to say to you, right? Because it's just so awful. And like, I don't know, there's just not words for it. And it is really frustrating to see some of these cases where people have these perfectly healthy children and they do things like this to them, when we have so many parents who either could never have kids or had and lost their children. It's ridiculous. And I'm sorry, but 4-month-old and a 13-month-old, starvation, malnutrition, dehydration, severe neglect, and abuse. What in the hell? Why was no one alerted? The parents, Angel Taylor and Chevy LaFountain, both of Reserve, Louisiana, were arrested on August 1st. The couple faces multiple charges, including second-degree murder, neglect, and child abuse, the sheriff said on a statement on August 3rd. He said during the questioning, the parents appeared unremorseful. Newsweek reached out to the sheriff's office for comment. It was unclear at the time of publication whether Taylor or LaFountain had attorneys. So it says on 9 a.m. August 1st, officers responded to a call about an infant who wasn't breathing. Upon arriving, officers in emergency medical services discovered the 4-month-old girl unresponsive on a bed. The little girl showed no signs of life, and the coroner pronounced her deceased on the scene. Detectives immediately began an investigation into the infant's death and located evidence in the home, which they described as being in deplorable condition. They also determined the 13-month-old showed signs of neglect and abuse. Additional details on the evidence uncovered at the scene and the little boy's current condition were not available at the time of publication. The toddler is in state's custody. Oh, wow. There's mom, Angel Taylor, 24. Second-degree murder, neglect, child abuse, and other charges. I think she deserves more than that. Based on the initial probe, Taylor and LaFountain were taken into custody and charged with child desertion and cruelty to juveniles with force/violence for the crimes they committed upon their 13-month-old son. After the 4-month-old's autopsy was completed, authorities found that the little girl suffered from severe neglect and child abuse. According to the coroner's office, starvation, malnutrition, dehydration all contributed to her death. The autopsy determined. The parents were then also charged with second-degree murder. I've seen wild animals take better care of their babies, the police sheriff's department officer said. What a statement. Oh, my God almighty. Look at this dude. Look at his eyes. He's obviously under the influence. Come on, man. Oh, Bellis, thank you. Thank you again. I missed that one. I think it just happened. I didn't want to miss it. Oh my God. There are too many cases like this, Blue. That's the thing too. Ormonda's still in jail waiting for trial. That's why I like these true crime news, because there are a lot of cases that we never hear about. Last night, I told Curious Jen that she was my favorite, but you are all my favorite. A lovely trio. Thank you. Thank you, Aisha. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay, K-Brace. I'm waiting for Leilani Simon's trial. I cannot wait for that. I am hearing more and more about starving their child. They would be in St. John the Baptist Parish jail. Yeah, he looks, to me, he looks like he's on some kind of opiates or something. His pupils are very small. But let's see. Let me just make sure there's nothing at the bottom before we go. Taylor initially told investigators she had put her daughter down to sleep for about an hour before finding the baby unresponsive and calling 911. Detectives had doubts about her story. How long that baby was actually deceased, I couldn't tell you, the sheriff's office told the local news outlets at a press conference. That child had been severely malnourished. Who knows the last time that baby had a meal? The sheriff said that while being questioned by detectives, both suspects admitted to using drugs and treating their children poorly. The sheriff's office told the local news that the girl's death was caused by a combination of drug abuse, very poor parenting, and neglect to the highest level. See, drug abuse. During interviews with the parents, they both, quote, appeared unremorseful for their actions that led to their daughter's death and their son's current physical condition and their living conditions. Close quote. LaFountain blamed the dealers who sold him drugs. Taylor blamed the neglect on her drug use, saying she was unaware that she was passing out for hours at a time. The sheriff said that he was shocked the couple's 13-month-old son managed to survive, saying somehow the boy found a way to eat. They are both held on a $600,000 bond. Oh my God almighty, y'all. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay, Bruce, I just wish members only lives were private so people that can't afford a membership don't have to sit there and watch everyone else talk. I didn't mean to sound selfish or negative. No, that's okay. You don't. And I get that. I definitely do. It's hard as a creator because, like, you want to give something to your members a little extra, but you don't want to leave people out. I'm not a fan of the members only live chats, but I need to post on the member, like a need to do more on my members page. I was trying to put up little videos and posts, which most of the little videos I took down when the channel demonetization happened. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's tough. I definitely understand that though. All right, you guys. Well, I guess we're going to go over there and listen to Melissa, and then here, let me drop her link. And then tonight on Jen Lou's at 8. Melissa right now. Melissa. Bendy, I'm going to drop Curious Jen's link. I got to get Christine in my night. Actually, I'm going to drop a bunch of links for a ton of channels that I love and appreciate. That angel girl posted on Facebook in July, having my kid in your life is a privilege, not a right. Oh, my God. Ooh, you should send me that, please. Yeah, there's Melissa. Hey, K-Brace. Members Live is open to the public for all to watch. Yeah, so that's what I was saying. It's kind of hard because you don't know what to do, and you got to do something. You know what I mean? So I get it. All right, guys. Yeah, I do, Melissa. I mean, like I said, you got to do something. You gotta have some kind of perk because you want to give people a little extra something. So that's kind of where I'm at. Yeah, let me know, Leslie. I can't wait to see. All right, you guys. And yeah, if you don't have a membership in there tonight, well, tomorrow night, we'll talk about whatever you guys wanted to talk about. You know what I mean? Hey, Angie, Punksy. Let me drop Punksy. Yeah, K-Brace gets it too. It's just, I get like, I know every time that there's a live, somebody's like, oh, I wanted to chat so bad. That's why gifted memberships are a really great thing. So I think that if you want to participate, make sure you have you're opted in to get a membership. And maybe you'll get one, you know what I mean? And then some people just can't afford it and they may not get it. And that's okay too, because you still show up to chat and then that's still supporting and all of that. You know what I mean? Everybody's just doing their best to try to, like Melissa's just doing her best to try to be good to her viewers and her members. And I know you guys are just wanting to support all of us. So it's okay. We'll figure it out. I love you guys. I appreciate you. I will see you over there. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you have a good night. And then I'll see you at Melissa's and then at Bendy's tonight at 8. And I am so excited. Let me make sure I dropped all the links. So I got thrown off a little bit. All right. I love you guys. I appreciate you. I hope to see you over there right now. And I'll talk to you at 8 again. Here, let me drop Melissa one more time so you guys can go over and watch the live. Oh, Missy Lee, thank you. Let's go, Traveling Pants Group. I love you guys. I'll see you over there. Bye.